Well, welcome back to part 3 of the adventure. Look at it, brilliant. The Met Office has predicted the wind's going to pick up this afternoon. So I'm out fairly early. I left the house at 7 and left the mooring about 7:30. It's a little bit grey behind us, but I do think it's going to be a sun cream day. It's going to be all right. So what's the plan? The plan, as always, is try and catch some fish. And I'm going to head out to where I got the pollock. And we'll have another go dropping a lure down there, see if we can get some bigger pollock. I've spoke to a chap yesterday, and I think I mentioned that on the previous video, and he gave me some tips. I'm not going to tell you much about those, but I'm going to put them into practice. I've also, when I bought some Joey mackerel, was given a couple of marks that might be good for the thornback. So we're going to have a look at those as well. So that's the plan, really. It's only a rough plan. With a boat like mine, and with my knowledge of the area, what tends to happen is you go out and you think, right, I'm going to do so-and-so. And then either the drift is too much or it's bobbing about. Like the end of yesterday, you could see the boat rocking around all over the place. So you just do something different. So it's hard to start an intro and say, today we're going to do this, because it might not happen. So come along, join me on the boat again, plenty of room on the boat. Have a great adventure with us. I hope you're enjoying all this, and we'll see if we can catch some fish again today. So let's see how it goes. I'll catch you in a bit. So as you can see, the rain's coming over. It's followed me over. So you're going to have to get my coat on in a bit. I've got about 0.6 of a knot of wind blowing me this way. It could be I've got wind against tide, but I've just got 0.6 heading this way, so I'm going in the opposite, drifting in the opposite way to yesterday when I was getting the pollock. I'm just going to head back that way a little bit. That weather's turned quite a bit. It was lovely blue sky this morning. It's quite blue this way, but the wind's coming this way. I think we're in for a bit of rain. Never mind. Let's see how we get on. I'll send some lures down later on. Just these little sabiki things were quite successful the other day. So I think I just had a bite there. Probably a wrasse. It's sort of tapping away like a wrasse, I think. This is kelpie, definitely kelpie. Seen a few things on the sounder as well. It's good. That's good. Gonna have to keep my eye on this weather, because we're going to be heading back into the wind. So if the waves start picking up, I think we need to head in a bit. So I got a 4-ounce lead on, but it feels like 6 would get it right under the boat, just with that drift. We're in about 12 meters. Quite kelpie. So I don't know if you remember the video I did on boat safety kit and trying to raise some money for RNLI, their 200th year. When I went through that video, a couple of people said on the comments you really ought to have some flares. And my mate Gordon, who runs the Rachel May out of Fraserburgh, gave me some flares. He said, Phil, you need some flares. So he's kindly given me some flares. It's the inshore coastal pack. So there's 2 parachutes, 2 orange ones, 2 handheld. So thanks Gordon, that's really appreciated. We'll keep those on the boat. Got them all sealed up in this container, so they're all good to use. The other thing I've got, and it's an early birthday present really, is I was given one of these, a PLB, and they've been reviewed on other channels. I keep this in my life jacket, so should I go overboard and get separated from the boat, I've got a PLB which sends a signal to the satellites, and hopefully people know where I am, the emergency services do. I can use that on the kayak as well. You do have to register it with Ofcom, and that's what I've done. So if this alarm goes off, the Coast Guard has got contact details of my wife, and they know exactly who it is and what they're looking for. So hopefully it'll never be needed. I think the battery life on it is about 7 years or something, so it should be good. So I think we've got a fish on. Yeah, we have. What have we got? We've got a little pollock. There he is. Yeah. Small pollock. He can go back. Well, we're off the blank, which is good because I think I might just get maybe one more drift in here. We're starting to get a few white horses. In fact, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for the drifting. I'm going to head back this way. I think it's time to call time on this particular mark. We're going to find somewhere that's a little bit more suitable. What a nuisance. Got to stay safe, don't you? Right, so we're going to head back that way. At least you got a fish. I don't know whether you can see out the wheelhouse window, but the GoPros always make the sea look nice and calm. You've got to be careful. You've got to respect the size of the boat, the sea and everything. So unfortunately, just getting onto where the pollock were, and we've got to leave it. So we're going to try and find a little bit of shelter from a headland, and I'll have a think about what I'm going to do next. Boom, boom, boom. We got another fish on. Are you recording? Yeah. So I just moved a bit further along by the headland, and another pollock. They're all a similar size, but pollock's pollock, isn't it? Yeah, just another one. Lovely fish. They all go back. Now you might be thinking, Phil, why don't you keep one for your tea? If they were the right size, of course. Well, the reason for that is that my wife is going to the fish shop in Myla today, and she's got an order in. We thought that might be a little bit more reliable than me catching fish. Right, something a bit better. Whoa, a nice bend in the rod. I bring it up slowly just in case we've got a wrasse, and then it can go back. The bump you just heard there was the microphone dying. I think the batteries have run out of the receiver to the microphone. So you're just going to have an audio from me. You might actually say it was the great microphone god saving you from my voice for a bit. But anyway, we caught another pollock there. And after that, I decided to move. And at this point, I'd come inside the estuary, and I'm currently winding in the first Bull Huss of the trip. So I'm just taking care with it. We were fishing with a half joey mackerel and making sure that we actually got this one aboard. Didn't want to pull too hard and get the hook coming out. As you can see, the boat's still rocking and rolling. The wind was pushing in there. Could have done without that really, but it's all part of it. And as you can see, a nice Huss about to come aboard. Now these Huss are incredibly strong. So I'll get the Huss unhooked and then you'll see just how much they twist around. So I just got the pliers on this one, and here it is. It's like arm wrestling. What a wonderful colour this one is. Very, very light colour, all spotted. Wasn't really going to smile at the camera for us. I just wanted to get back. But lovely fish, lovely strong fish, and off it goes to swim away again. Well, I'm super pleased to got the Huss. Not pleased that the microphone had run out of juice, so there was no sound on probably my best bit of footage of the day. Hey ho, these things are here to challenge us. I guess that's just the way it goes with your batteries and microphones. I'd say it was the first, not really a calamity, but the first time it's failed like that. Microphone on charge. Let's get that sorted out and we'll give it another go. Got a bait back in the water. So I've anchored near the St. Just buoy and I'm on the top of the sort of what I call the plateau, and then it drops straight off beyond the navigation buoy into a deep channel. It's about 25 meters over there. My anchor's in about 5 meters. So the way that the tide is moving the boat is taking the boat out, and we're in about 8 meters or over 8 meters with the boat. And casting out. We might have something on here, hang on. I think it may just be the boat moving, but certainly the line went for it for a minute there. So I've just moved up the estuary a little bit. I'm almost opposite the mark that I was fishing the other day. So between us and the shoreline is the deep channel. It drops down to about 20 meters over there. I'm anchored in about 4 meters of water and let loads of line out, so it's really bitten, the anchor's bitten down quite nicely. I've pushed the leads out and I think they're just going to get rolled over the edge and be fishing a bit deeper. Well, that's my plan anyway. So two rods out, both with the joey mackerels. I've got half a joey mackerel left. After that I'm going to go and do something different because I won't have any bait left. So we'll see what happens next. This left hand rod's nodding a bit. Feels a bit heavier than it should be. Hope that camera's at the right angle for you. Oh, lots of weed. We could have moved to a weedy spot, I don't know. I think I've got something on this rod. Yeah, fish on. Feels like a good one. Heck, something thrashing about. Yeah, nice fish, I think. Not sure what it is. have we got? Oh, another Huss, I think. Yes, it is. Another Huss. He's doing a good job of tangling himself up in the trace. Oh, oh, Hussy, let's get you untangled, buddy. Steady on, steady on. Think about my boat. So this one's a little bit darker than the previous Huss. They never want to cooperate, do they? Eh? Do they ever want to cooperate? Come on. Straighten out. Come on, relax. Relax. Relax, come on. There. Eh? Just relax. Just relax. Come on. That's it. That's it. Yes. How about that one? Super nice when they relax. Let's watch him go back. I don't know if I captured that, but there was a couple going past on a little sailing dinghy, and they were cheering away when they saw the fish. So, still charging up the external microphone here. It doesn't seem to be. Hopefully it's okay. So if you said to me, Phil, what are you doing different today than you were doing a couple of days ago? Nothing. I don't know. I don't know. Probably a little bit deeper water maybe. I went to a tackle shop and bought some joey mackerel. They're a bit fresher. Let's get the baits out again. See if we can get some more. That's two lovely Huss. And quite different. The first one from over there was a much lighter colour, and this one here was a dark one. So it's only a matter of quarter of a mile or something from one place to the other, but quite different colours, quite different colours. Super chuffed with that. I'm not sure if you can see this because of the reflection, but clicking on that tidal arrow there brings up your tidal atlas at the bottom here. Right now we're just on slack water, and that arrow is telling us 0.1 of tide coming in, and it will pick up as we move along here. So a little bit later on, maybe at 20 past 2, there'll be a good half a knot flowing up. So we've got the wind coming in this direction, and the tide is also going in that direction. So I'm hoping that the boat is going to stop hunting around. Well, we're either snagged here or this is feeling quite heavy. No, I can feel a nod. We've got one here. Yeah, it's another Huss. Steady on, old Hussy. Here we go. I think that one's a male. I think it's a male Huss. Brilliant. You want to see him go back? Off he goes. Just checking the microphones are working this time. So that's 3 Huss. Going to freshen up the bait on this one, leave it in for about 15 minutes, then I've got to head back because I'm going to meet up with family. But it's been a great morning, really enjoyed that. So we went out beyond the headland there, caught some pollock. The wind picked up, it's still quite windy in here. We've got ourselves on quite a good mark here. I've put a mark on the navionics there to save for later. I think it's quite a good idea to be anchored in the shallow, and as the boat runs out, if your tide and wind conditions are right, you can drop your bait down a little bit deeper, and I think maybe the food gets washed off the flat area and into the main channel. How about that for an idea? I don't know, but anyway, that's what it's like. So we're going to freshen this one up. I've just got the half a joey mackerel left, and then we're going to head in. If I don't get another fish, I've really enjoyed having you along on the boat again. Always great to have you on the boat. Real time is a great boat. We'll see what the next adventure brings. But adventure 3, part 3, has been really good. I've enjoyed myself on that. We'll call it the Huss. Okay, bye for now.